Black girl told to give up VIP seat. One call to her dad, the airline CEO, ends careers instantly. The airport lounge hummed with the low buzz of privilege, but for Amara, it was a battlefield. In one searing moment, a single sentence, "Ma'am, you need to vacate this seat," ignited a fire that would burn through lies and expose raw truths. Amara, a 22-year-old law student, stood poised in the VIP lounge of JFK International, her carry-on at her feet and her boarding pass clutched tightly. She'd earned this seat, a rare treat from her father, a man whose name carried weight, but whose identity she kept private. Her sleek blazer and confident posture spoke of ambition, but to the airline staff member approaching her, she was just a problem. "Ma'am, this section is for elite passengers," the staffer, a woman named Karen with a pinched smile, said, her tone laced with condescension. Amara's heart sank, but her voice stayed steady. "I have a valid pass," she replied, holding up the document. The woman barely glanced at it. "There's been a mistake. You need to move to general seating." The words hit like a slap. Around her, the lounge's polished crowd, mostly white, mostly wealthy, shifted uncomfortably, their eyes darting between Amara and the staffer. A few whispered, their gazes heavy with assumption. Amara felt the familiar sting of being singled out, her skin a silent accusation in their eyes. But she wasn't here to shrink. "I'm not moving," she said, her voice rising just enough to draw attention. "Check my pass." Karen's smile vanished, replaced by a scowl. "Don't make this difficult," she snapped, signaling two security guards who loomed closer, their presence a silent threat. The air thickened with tension, every eye now locked on the scene. Amara's pulse raced, but she stood taller, her dark eyes blazing. "This isn't about a seat. It's about why you think I don't belong here." Her words cut through the murmurs, exposing the unspoken bias hanging like smoke. Karen scoffed, but her confidence wavered as Amara pulled out her phone. "Fine," Amara said, her voice steady but sharp. "Let's settle this. One call. That's all it took." Amara dialed, her fingers trembling not from fear but from fury. "Dad," she said, her voice low but clear. "They're trying to kick me out of the VIP lounge." The lounge fell silent, the weight of her words sinking in. Karen's face paled as Amara put the call on speaker. "Amara, stay where you are," came a deep, commanding voice. It was James Whitaker, CEO of Horizon Airlines, a man whose name was synonymous with power in the industry. "Who's handling this?" he demanded. Amara's eyes locked on Karen, whose bravado crumbled. "Her name's Karen," Amara said, her voice steady as steel. The guard stepped back, sensing the shift. Karen stammered, "Sir, there's just a misunderstanding," but James cut her off. "You profiled my daughter," he said, his voice cold with rage. "You saw her and decided she didn't belong. You're done." The lounge was a frozen tableau, every passenger a witness to the unraveling of a system built on quiet prejudice. Karen's face drained of color, her career evaporating in real time. The guards exchanged uneasy glances, their authority dissolving. Amara stood unwavering, her call still live, her father's voice a shield and a sword. "This isn't just about you," James continued, his words now addressing the lounge, the airline, the world. "This is about every person you've dismissed, every assumption you've made. I built this company to connect people, not divide them." Amara hung up, her heart pounding, but her spirit unbroken. Karen was escorted out, her badge confiscated, her job a casualty of her own bias. The guards mumbled apologies, but Amara didn't need them. She sat back in her seat, her rightful place, and the lounge slowly resumed its hum, but it wasn't the same. Word spread fast. By the time Amara boarded her flight, the story was viral. Posts on X called it a reckoning, a moment where power met justice. Her father's response wasn't just personal, it was a promise. Horizon Airlines issued a public apology, announcing mandatory bias training and a review of staff conduct. Karen and the guards faced termination, their actions a cautionary tale. But for Amara, it wasn't about revenge. It was about the truth. She'd walked into that lounge as a black woman, judged before she could speak, and walked out as a catalyst for change. As her plane took off, she looked out the window, the skyline fading below. She wasn't just her father's daughter, she was a force, a voice, A reminder that no one's worth is defined by the color of their skin. The lounge would never forget her. Neither would the world. Thank you for listening. If you find it interesting, please like and subscribe to follow the next stories.